And welcome to another video from EasyLog. This presentation concerns our employee and visitor management software, which is a web browser based application, meaning I can access it wherever I have an internet connection. So this could be on my smartphone, tablet PC, at my desk at my PC, or indeed on a laptop as I am doing here. So here I am in Google Chrome and I'll just access it as one of my favorites from the bookmark bar, as you see. Now, as I mentioned, this software is concerned with both employees and visitor management. So if I click on the employee button here, I can then see a list of my employees, and it extends to about 4 pages. And I can also record in here basic information such as their home address, contact details as well. Now, I can then ask my employees to record their attendance across a variety of sites using a variety of methods. So that could be at a tablet PC, it could be, for example, using their smartphone if they're going to destinations which are not normal, or could be maybe destinations where there are just a small number of employees that work there, as well as more traditional devices such as a clocking in type terminal that could use a tag, it could use a fingerprint, or indeed face recognition, or a hand scanner. Now, once they've recorded their attendance, then clearly I can start reporting on this and producing timesheets for them. Those timesheets can be produced across whatever date range, and can also be produced by individual employees or range of employees. They could be by location, and indeed by location and also by job function as well. As you can see here, I can also apply rounding criteria to the attendance information I get, so I can round things up to the nearest quarter hour or round down, etc. And also can apply unpaid breaks as well if that's what happens. So therefore I can apply rules that allow me to say, right, I'll deduct 15 minutes for employees that work more than 5 or 6 hours, etc. Now, from creating timesheets, I then have, as I mentioned, visitor management as well. So if I click on the visitor button, and I'm then presented with a list of visitors that have been to the premises since we started using the software. So from here I can do a number of things. So let's say, for example, that Stephen says he has a further follow-up meeting with Fiona. So we can see Stephen's record here. We just go to the edit button. We can see the last meeting was on 10th of July, and Stephen says we are having a follow-up meeting on the 31st. So just go to that on the calendar, click on save, and that record is now been saved into the software. So what will happen on the 31st when the visitor arrives is that she'll see a drop-down list, select her name from it, and then say that she has arrived, and then be presented with a greeting message, as you'll see in a moment when I show you the app. Now, we can also look and see if for example, that we know we have a visitor coming called Smith, and let's see whether that person's been here before. So we click on the find button. Here we're presented with all the Smiths, and amongst those 3 or 4 there, this one has not. So we can then click on add their name in here, say who they're visiting from the list of employees, and then select the date again from the calendar when they're actually visiting. So from here, that again will be saved, and on the date of the visit, then again the visitor would be presented with their name in the drop down list. So let's now take a look at that app. Okay, so let's now view this from the perspective of the employee, the visitor using the system. So here we are looking at the app running on a tablet PC, and you see it defaults to the yellow banding over employees. So I can therefore, if I'm an employee arriving for work, just select my name from the list here. So I'm Jonathan, and I'm arriving for work, so I then just click on arriving. It then confirms the time which I'm arriving. I agree with that by clicking on yes, and again then it confirms that attendance record, which will now be passed through into the software. Now if I'm a visitor, I simply then click on the visitor button here and then select my name from the list. So let's say I'm Harry and I'm arriving at the premises. So then it confirms with a message that I'm Harry and welcome. Now, what happens if I'm a visitor? I go to look at my name here, but I find I'm not on the list because my contact maybe hasn't actually registered me to have a visit today. So I have a button here to say not in list, and then I can type in my surname and my first name to confirm that I am a visitor. So let's say I am John George, and today I am visiting Karen. and I am arriving. And again, then it just presents a welcome message there to confirm that that record is saved. So that's the software. Thank you for watching. And if you want further information, then please call us on 01892 834406, or look at our website easylog.co.uk, or email us on info@easylog.co.uk. Thanks again. Goodbye.